I think about our creative process and when I've felt most like I've done my best work, it has required an enormous amount of
Sit there and
cognitive
struggle.
time under tension. And I think that cognitive time under tension is so important. And it's ironic almost because these tools have taken enormous cognitive time under tension to develop. But in some ways, I do think people might say people are using them as a escape hatch for thinking in some ways. Now, you might say, yeah, but we did that with the calculator and we just moved on to harder math problems. Do you feel like there's something different happening here? How do you think about this?
It's different there are some people who are clearly using ChatGPT not to think. And there are some people who are using it to think more than they ever have before. I am hopeful that we will be able to build the tool in a way that encourages more people to stretch their brain with it a little more and be able to do more. And I think that society is a competitive place. Like if you give people new tools, in theory, maybe people just work less, but in practice it seems like people work ever harder and expectations of people just go up. So my guess is that like other tools, some people, like other pieces of technology, some people will do more and some people will do less. But certainly for the people who want to use ChatGPT to increase their cognitive time under tension, they are really able to. And I take a lot of inspiration from what the top 5% of most engaged users do with ChatGPT. It's really amazing how much people are learning and doing and outputting.
So I've only had GPT-5 for a couple hours, so I've been playing.
What do you think so far?
I'm just learning how to interact with it. I mean, part of the interesting thing is I feel like I just caught up on how to use GPT-4, and now I'm trying to learn how to use GPT-5. I'm curious what the specific tasks that you found most interesting are, because I imagine you've been using it for a while now.
I have been most impressed by the coding tasks. I mean, there's a lot of other things it's really good at, but this idea of the AI can write software for anything, and that means that you can express ideas in new ways, that the AI can do very advanced things. It can do, it can in some sense you could ask GPT-4 anything, but because GPT-5 is so good at programming, it feels like it can do anything. Of course it can't do things in the physical world, but it can get a computer to do very complex things. And the software is this super powerful, way to control some stuff and actually do some things. So that for me has been the most striking. It's much better at writing. So this is there's a whole thing of AI slop, AI writes this kind of quite annoying way, and that we still have the ambitious in GPT-5. I like the ambitious. But the writing quality of GPT-5 is gotten much better. We still have a long way to go. We can improve it more, but a thing we've heard a lot from people inside of OpenAI is that, man, they started using GPT-5. They knew it was better on the metrics, but there's this nuance or quality they can't quite articulate, but then when they have to go back to GPT-4 because something feels terrible. And I don't know exactly what the cause of that is, but I suspect part of it is the writing feels so much more natural and better.
In preparation for this interview, reached out to a couple other leaders in AI and technology and gathered a couple questions for you.
Okay.
So this next question is from Stripe.
This would be a good one, I'm sure.
Try to read this verbatim. It's about the next stage. What comes after GPT-5? In which year do you think a large language model will make a significant scientific discovery? And what's missing such that it hasn't happened yet? He caveated here that we should move math and special case models like AlphaGo aside, specifically asking about fully generalized models like the GPT series.
I'd say most people will agree with that in the next 2 years, but the definition of significant matters a lot. And so some people significant might happen, in early 25, some people maybe not until late 2026. Sorry, early 2026, maybe something not until late 2027. But I would bet that by late 2027, most people agree that there has been an AI-driven significant discovery. And the thing that I think is missing is just the kind of cognitive power of these models. A framework that one of the researchers said that I really liked is, a year ago, we could do well on a high school, a basic high school math competition. The problem is that my type of professional mathematician seconds to we very recently got an Iron Gold medal. That is crazy difficult. Like,
Could you explain what that means?
that's kind of like the hardest competition now. This is something that, like, very, very top slice of people, many professional mathematicians wouldn't solve a single problem, and we scored at the top level. Now, there are some humans that got even higher, still in the gold medal range, but we like, this is a crazy accomplishment. And each of these problems, it's like 6 problems over 9 hours. So hour and a half per problem is great mathematicians. So we've gone from a few seconds to a few minutes to an hour and a half. Maybe to prove a significant new mathematical theorem is like 1,000 hours of work. So we've got to go from, another significant gain. But if you look at our trajectory, you can say, like, okay, we're getting to that. We have a path to get to that time horizon. We just need to keep scaling once.
The long-term future that you've described is superintelligence. What does that actually mean? And how will we know when we hit it?
If we had a system that could do better research, better AI research than, say, the whole OpenAI research, like if we were willing, if we said, okay, the best way we can use our GPUs is to let this AI decide what experiments we should run. Smarter than like the whole branches of OpenAI. Yeah. And if that same, to make a personal example, if that same system could do a better job running OpenAI than I could, so you have something that's like better than best researchers, better than me at this, better than other people at their jobs, that would feel like superintelligence to me.
That is a sentence that would have sounded like science fiction just a couple of years ago,
It still
and now
kind
it
of does, but you can like see it through the fog.
Yes. And so one of the steps, it sounds like you're saying, on that path is this moment of scientific discovery, of asking better questions and grappling with things in a way that expert-level humans do to come up with new discoveries. One of the things that keeps knocking around in my head is if we were in 1899, say, and we were able to give it all of physics up until that point and play it out a little bit, nothing further than that. Like, at what point would one of these systems come up with general relativity?
Interesting question is, if we think about that forward, like if we think of where we are now, if we never got another piece of physics data, do we expect that a really good superintelligence could just think super hard about our existing data and maybe say, like, solve high energy physics with no new particle accelerator, or does it need to build a new one and design new experiments? Obviously, we don't know the answer to that. People have different speculation. But I suspect we will find that for a lot of science, it's not enough to just think harder about data we have, but we will need to build.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Take it away, broadcast team.
Machines and run new experiments, and there will be some slowdown built into that.
Another way of thinking about this is AI systems now are just incredibly good at answering almost any question.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field.
It's another leap yet, and what Patrick's question is getting at is to ask the better questions.
Or if we go back to this kind of
Makes a man miss.
maybe say that
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The give to the back. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off.
Fact is what is.
You get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back.
So facts are objective, truths are personal. They depend on perspective, culture, values, beliefs, context.
And
One
the
AI
Hoosiers
can
have it
learn
with a first
know
and 10.
facts. But how does one AI know the truth for everyone in every country?
They'll go to the ground.
I'm
Oh, he's
gonna
got some space.
accept his axioms, those definitions. I'm not sure if I agree with them in the interest of time.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run.
I have
Great
been
speed,
surprised
great
by
vision,
many
elusiveness, and David, he's tackled
about
down
how
close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense,
AI
when you can
is
run the football
adapting
like
to
this,
different
man, you will have
contexts
success,
and
especially in the
individuals.
red zone,
One of my
trying to
favorite
get
features
touchdowns.
that we had ever launched on ChatGPT is the sort of enhanced memory that came out earlier this year. Like, it really feels like my ChatGPT gets to know me.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10.
They are. A friend of mine recently, who's been a huge ChatGPT.
Fires to the tight end. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
His ChatGPT.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
He actually got, even though he never
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wilson will throw. Let's it go to the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Indiana.
Just to see what it's like about any of my history, and it feels so yeah, I think we've all been surprised on the upside of how good AI is at learning this and adapting.
Do you envision in many different parts of the world people using different AIs with different sort of cultural norms and contexts? Is that what we're saying?
I think that everyone will use like the same fundamental model, but there will be context provided to that model.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the West Virginia Mountaineers.
Okay,
now
we're going
to my guys in the booth.
This is a serious question, but I want to ask it until I have it exactly.
Wilson to pass.
Have you seen the bunnies that are jumping around?
Yes.
So for those who haven't seen it, maybe, it looks like backyard footage of bunnies enjoying jumping around. And this has gone incredibly fast. Human-made song about it. It's like...
The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10.
It was maybe the
Wilson will throw. Dumps it to the back. It's complete to the right. Gets away from one, finds room.
In this time travel trip, can we imagine in 2030?
He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I mean, I can give all sorts of literal answers to that question. We could be cryptographically signing stuff, and we could decide who we trust.
And the Hoosiers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together.
It's just gonna
wants to throw on 1st down.
Converge. You know, even like a photo.
The short hands. It's Concepcion.
It's like most
coaches always tell their quarterbacks you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield,
but there's
just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the
processing power.
Fires into the end zone.
The photons.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
You decided it's real enough. But you'd accepted some gradual move when it was like photons in and you know, you go look at some video on TikTok. There's probably all sorts of video editing tools being used to make it better than look better. Yeah, exactly. Or it's just like, you know, whole scenes are computer generated, or some of the whole videos are generated, like those bunnies on that trampoline. And I think that the sort of like the threshold for how real does it have to be to consider it to be real will just
so it's sort of an education question. It's people will.
Yeah, I mean, media is always like a little bit real and a little bit not real. Like, you know, we watch like a sci-fi movie, you know, that didn't really happen. You watch like someone's like beautiful photo of themselves on vacation on Instagram, like, okay, maybe that photo was like literally taken, but you know, there's like tons of tourists in line for the same photo, and that's like.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Iowa State Cyclones. Now to my guys in the
There are some leaders in the
take it away.
that have said that in 5 years, half of the entry-level white-collar workforce will be replaced by AI. So we're college graduates in 5 years. What do you hope the world looks like for us? I think there's been a lot of talk about how AI might cause job displacement, but I'm also curious.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half.
We could have, you know,
Totally.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw.
The things that we can look ahead.
It's caught. It's Townsend. They are on the move down to the.
It all could very well be like leaving on a mission to explore the solar system on a spaceship and something completely
And the
exciting,
Cyclones come to the
super
line with
well-paid,
a new
super
set of
interesting job,
downs.
and feeling so bad for you and I that like we had to do this kind of like really boring
From the gun, the ground gauge. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
It's too far.
Well,
If
the
you
offensive
can
line had
come
everybody
from
blocked
the
except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
like
The
I think
negative
now
play leaves
would
them
be
with
really
2nd and
hard to
12.
Imagine 10 years ago, but in 10 years
To the
forward, it'll be
air.
even
It's
much
back.
much more different.
So let's make
Grabbed over the middle. It's Townsend.
We're still going to talk.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I mean, it
This
is
defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable.
makes it sound like a
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line.
I'm more worried about what it means, not for
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds.
retrain or reskill or whatever the politicians call it. That no one actually wants the politicians. If I were going to right now and graduate from college, I would feel like the luckiest kid in all of history.
Why?
Because there's never been a more amazing time to go create something I think it is probably possible now to start a company that is a 1% company that will go on to be worth like more than $1 billion, and more importantly than that, deliver an amazing product and service to the world. And that is like a crazy thing. You have access to tools that can let you do what you do.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Fresno State Bulldogs. Take it away, broadcast
This
team.
audience could hear from you on this optimistic show is in 2 parts. First, there's tactically.
Here comes the
how
Fresno State
are you
offense onto
actually
the
trying
field.
to build the world's most powerful league?
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just
How are
stopped
you
cold as soon as he got it.
on building that technology?
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a
So just
big-time
taking the
play, and it
tactical
was off from the start because of the
My
play he made.
understanding is that
And I
there
don't think it
are
would have mattered
3
who was
big
playing running back. There was
categories that have been
absolutely
limited
nowhere to go.
The first is
Dropping back, it's Warner.
the second is data, and the
And the
third is
defense, they've got him at the 27.
think about it.
And you're
Each of
seeing
those
the pass
categories
rush
right
on the
now,
second play
and
of the
if you
drive.
were to
They
help them
dial it up. Look at
understand
the speed and
the next
athleticism
headline
this
that they might
defense
see,
has as they corral the quarterback
how
for a
would you help
loss.
them make sense of it?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains,
I
keep
would say
this
there's a
drive alive
fifth
after that
one,
earlier
just
sack.
Figuring out
And here comes the pressure,
technology,
and there he goes down again.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job
so
done on
the
3rd
complete
down,
side,
and they do
yeah,
it
this is
right
like
there,
biggest
getting the
infrastructure
sack.
project, certainly that I've ever seen. Possibly it will become. I think it will. Maybe already.
He'll
is the biggest,
field the
most
punt.
expensive one in human history.
He only
But
needs a
the-
sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Doing, a giant construction project to build like a mega data center, putting finding a way to get the energy, which is often a limiting factor, piece of this and all the other components together.
Welcome to this
This is
College
huge.
Ultimate Team Challenge presented by
We're
EA
still doing
Sports
this now.
College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're
Just
going
start
after,
off
just
way,
go
let's
to the
get
pause
better.
menu.
Like eventually.
In this challenge, you'll be facing the Rams of
Mega
Colorado
factory
State. Take it away,
takes-
broadcast team.
Spiritually, it will be melting sand.
We
on
will
one
see
end,
what this Colorado State offense can get done this time.
But we are a long way to go from that, and it's a
Using his legs, it's Dupree. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Sad.
And the Rams in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41.
This is what I expect to turn into.
He'll do it himself. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And eventually,
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Run a gigawatt.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end.
Power available in short term. We're also very much limited by the processing chips and memory chips, how you package these all together, how you build the racks. And then there's like a list of other things.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football.
But again, the goal
Don't
here will
forget,
be
you can check your goals in the pause menu.
Once we get
In
some
this
of our
challenge,
built,
you'll be facing the Cowboys of Wyoming. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Wide receiver
So
comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Out of the
Second
crowd,
category,
and now he's got room.
Yeah.
All down,
These
but
models
they'll
are
move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Yeah, we've made huge progress on algorithm design. The thing that OpenAI does best in the world is we have built this culture of repeated and big algorithmic research games. So we kind of figured out what became the GPT paradigm. We figured out what became
The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10.
But it is very exciting to me.
Wilson to pass.
Still many more orders of magnitudes ago.
He lofts it high and deep down the
We
left
just
side.
yesterday.
He caught it, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Indiana!
And this blows my mind. Like, if you had asked me a few years ago when you would have a model of that intelligence running on a laptop, I would have said many years in the future. But then we found some algorithmic games, particularly around reasoning.
And the
processing,
Hoosiers
things that
will
let us
have it
do
1st and 10.
a tiny model that can do this amazing thing.
Just when they're looking run,
You know,
now up top.
Those are the most
He'll lofts one deep down the left
I
side.
can see you.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return.
How an algorithmic design
Yeah.
would lead to a better experience that they actually use. Can you summarize the state of things right now? Like, what is it?
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10.
Let me start back
Wilson
in
will
history and
throw.
get to some things from today. So,
Going to try to pop one on the screen.
an idea that wasn't quite
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Can we train the model?
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the
These
first.
very complicated
Looking to throw on
concepts
1st down.
that can go around all the stuff about physics and math and programming and keep
That's
predicting
reeled in. It's
what
Tate.
next. Seemed
Inside the 20-yard
ludicrous,
line. Pushed out at the
magical,
18,
unlikely
and
to
they're in
work.
business.
How was that all going to get encoded?
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
And so we did it. And then we also realized that if we scaled it up,
cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Many orders of magnitude. So it wasn't that good in GPT one day. It wasn't good at all in the GPT one days. And a lot of experts in the field said, oh, this is ridiculous. It's never going to work. It's not going to be robust. But we have these things called scaling laws, and this gets predictably better as we increase compute, memory, data, whatever. And we can decide we can use those predictions to make decisions about how to scale this up and do it. And get great
Welcome to
results.
this College Ultimate Team
that has
Challenge
worked
presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
Another
Take it
one
away,
is that we
broadcast
could
team.
use these language models with reinforcement learning where we're saying this is good, this is bad. So
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
It's too simple. And now we're on to
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
It's an environment to kind of scale that up as well. And I think, again, 5-10 years out, that's too hard to say in this field. But the next couple of years, we have very smooth, very strong scale.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. They didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Makes the stop
We did a
at the
model called
49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
We did tweak.
Here's this offense with a fresh set
It's
of
a very cool
downs.
model, but it's unreal to use.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
We need a different shape, so we follow.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down, but they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd, now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks at first down.
The aggregate, the summation of
The Hoosiers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the
One of the things I
field.
always find interesting is that by the time I'm sitting here interviewing you about the
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Exactly. What are the things that you can share that are at least problems that you're thinking about?
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wilson to pass. This time it's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Hoosiers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And into the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And I think
The Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
it's extremely scary. Higher security threats. And then we'll also be like, man, it's really weird watching the field speed up so much. And, you know, the amount of those threats, it will feel like vertigo-inducing, sort of the rate of change. And then, like happens with everything else, the remarkable.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Wolfpack of Nevada. Take it away, broadcast team.
By the time
Wilson will throw.
understands the way that it works.
Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
It seemed unthinkable in Stone Age, like that we used to use computers or phones or any kind of technology that was not way smarter than we were. You know, we'll think like how bad those people with maintainers had.
I'm thinking about having kids.
You should. It's the best thing ever.
I know you just had your first kid.
And the Hoosiers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score.
Parenting a kid.
Got room to work. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down.
Optionality for them in a and therefore they have more ability to say, here's the superpower tool that will help.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Constrained life, and he has this incredible infinite canvas of stuff to do. That is like the way of the
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short.
We've said that,
and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
Maybe this was going to be a jump to 2040, but maybe we'll keep it shorter. When I think about the area where AI could have, for both our kids and us, the biggest genuinely positive impact on all of us, it's so if we are in, pick your year, call it 2035, and I'm sitting here and I'm interviewing the dean of Stanford Medicine, what do you hope that he's telling me?
The Hoosiers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wilson to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
And, I'm sure you've seen some of these things on the internet where people are like, I had this life-threatening disease and no doctor could figure it out, and I put my symptoms and blood test into ChatGPT. It told me exactly everything I had. I went to the doctor. I went through. That's amazing, obviously. And a huge fraction of...
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10.
So we wanted to get really good at this, and we invested a lot in GPT.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And what's the closest guy?
Better mean here.
It gives you a better answer.
Just more accurate.
More accurate, hallucinates less, more likely to tell you what you actually have, what you actually should do.
The Hoosiers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field.
And by 2035.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
It's really fast.
They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Indiana! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Is it that these AI systems could have helped us see GLP-1s earlier, this medication that has been around for a long time, but we didn't know about this other effect? Is it that, AlphaFold and protein folding is helping create new medicines?
I would like
to
be able to ask GPT-8 to go cure a particular cancer. And I would like GPT-8 to go off and think and then say, okay, I read everything I find, I have these ideas. I need you to go get a lab technician to run these 9 experiments and tell me what you find for each of them. Wait 2 months for the cells to do their thing, send the results back to GPT-8, say, I tried it, here you go. Think, say, okay, I just need 1 more experiment. That was a surprise.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Rams of Colorado State. Take it away, broadcast team.
Okay.
I was going to say 2050, but again, all of my timelines are getting much, much shorter.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
It does. And when I talk to other
how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
They say, I chose
back
2050.
To throw, it's Bauer Nicolosi.
By then, the change that was happening, I feel like the industrial revolution.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration.
Sanitation, production, all of the conveniences.
From the gun, run, wants to pass.
It also was incredibly.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
If this is gonna
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
what I'm trying to get at.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds.
Who still gets hurt?
I don't really know what this is going to feel like to live through. I think we're in uncharted waters here. I do believe in human.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Cowboys of Wyoming. Now to my guys in the booth. Take it away.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field.
Surprisingly slow.
Wilson will throw.
There are two passes you drop.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
He might want another play.
Still disruptive to individuals, but society.
Motion from the wideout.
It's pretty representative of this. And then in some other sense, like, we have no idea how far or fast this could go.
Gonna swing it on second
I
down.
think we need an unusual
Fires one high and deep.
degree of being open.
Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Talk about what's in this group, because I'm not a historian by any means, but the first Industrial Revolution, my understanding is, led to a lot of public health implementations because public health got so bad. Led to modern sanitation because public health got so bad. The second Industrial Revolution led to
And the Hoosiers will snap it on first and 10.
every big leader
Wide receiver going in motion.
creates a mess, and that mess needs to be cleaned up.
Got him looking run. He wants to
we've
throw.
done that. And I'm curious.
He
this
tosses
is gonna
one
be
high and
what's
deep down the left
I mean,
side.
we're in the middle.
Yeah.
And he makes the catch inside the 10.
As early as possible.
And that receiver had nobody
What did the-
around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
The Hoosiers have it with a first and goal.
Again, I'm going to speculate for fun, but caveated by like
Flex it out of the air.
non-economist.
Going for the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Seems to me like
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
It may not. It may be that like actually capitalism
Makes the grab on the left. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Indiana.
Supply balances do their thing, and we all just figure out kind of new jobs, new ways to transfer value to each other. But it seems to me likely that we will decide we need to think about how access to this maybe most important resource of the future gets shared. The best thing that it seems to me to do is to make AI compute as abundant and cheap as possible, such that we're just like...
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu.
You know,
In this
new ideas
challenge,
about
you'll be
how we
facing the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Take it away, broadcast team.
like a crazy big
Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. To call what Indiana did last year a renaissance is an insult to all renaissances everywhere. It was a complete resurrection. The losing program that got 11 wins and went to the playoff.
Coach Cignetti has just galvanized this entire program, and all of a sudden, after only 1 year, the expectations are different. Could it ever happen, David? Could this team get back to the playoff again?
It was one of the biggest stories in college football. Everybody kept talking about, does Indiana deserve to be there? And now another year further down the road, going to the transfer portal again, not having the new coach with the connection to JMU, this Indiana team can still be fun to watch and still prove a lot of people wrong.
Science that some brilliant scientists discovered.
And the Hoosiers
It's
with the
scaled
first and 10.
like AI does. And it
Now
made
from
its way
inside the red zone. Hit
relatively
hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the
quickly.
receiver.
And it was a real unlock potential for
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to
And you
shrink.
don't think that it was those chances.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal
You think
from
about
the 8.
what
The Hoosiers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
long chain of all these.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. A very productive play on first down has now set us up with this second and goal. Just hammering it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The decisions they made. Maybe they wouldn't have been able to do without AI, but they will still think about like what this president or that president did. And you know, the role of the AI companies is all these companies and people and institutions before us built up this scaffolding. We added our one layer on top, and now people get to stand on top of that and add their one layer and the next and the next and many more things. And
welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause
I
menu.
love this idea.
For this challenge, you'll be facing the Wolfpack of Nevada. Take it away, broadcast team.
All of the really hard work that society has done.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Boy, they were hanging on to the ropes at halftime, but they have stormed back here, and now with an opportunity to go on top on this drive.
So maybe the
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
In my own life, that is the...
Quarterback may change this route.
That is what I
Wilson to pass.
Like the simple society contract.
He got it.
They work.
And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
This guy is lightning fast. You see him come out of the break on the slant. QB got it to him early. What a weapon.
Folks who have really made cataclysmic change. The one I'm thinking about right now is with...
and the Hoosiers trying to cash it in on first and goal.
That was also what she was saying. She had discovered something that really might
They'll
change
try to get it in with the run.
relationship.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it was really interesting. I'm hearing some similar opinions of like, man, I hope that the next person takes the baton and runs with it well.
Yeah. But that's been working for a long time. Not all good, but mostly good.
I think there's a big difference between winning the race and building the AI future that would be best for the most people. And I can imagine that it is easier, maybe more quantifiable sometimes to focus on the next way to win the race. And I'm curious, when those two things are at odds, what is an example of a decision that you've had to make that is best for the world but not best for winning?
I think there are a lot. So, one of the things that we are most proud of is many people say that ChatGPT is their favorite technology ever, and that it's the one that they trust the most, rely on the most. This is a little bit of a ridiculous statement because AI is the thing that hallucinates. AI has all its problems, right? But we have screwed some things up along the way, sometimes big time. But on the whole, I think as a user of ChatGPT, you get the feeling that like it's trying to help you. It's trying to like help you accomplish whatever you ask. It's very aligned with you. It's not trying to get you to like, you know, use it all day. It's not trying to like get you to buy something. It's trying to like kind of help you accomplish whatever your goals are. And that's like a very special relationship we have with our users. We do not take it lightly. There's a lot of things we can do that would like grow faster, that would get more time in ChatGPT, that we don't do because we know that like our long-term incentive is to stay as aligned with our users as possible. But there's a lot of short-term stuff we could do that would like really like juice growth or revenue or whatever and be very misaligned with that long-term goal. And I'm proud of the company and how little we get distracted by that, but sometimes we do get.
Are there specific examples that come to mind?
Well, we haven't put a sex bot avatar in ChatGPT yet.
That does seem like it would get time spent.
Apparently it does.
I'm gonna ask my next question. It's been a really crazy few years, you know, and somehow one of the things that keeps coming back is that it feels like we're in the first inning.
Yeah.
And one of the things that
I would say we're out of the first inning.
out of the first inning.
I would say.
Second inning.
I mean, you have GPT-5 on your phone, and it's like smarter than experts in every field. That's got to be
Yeah.
out of the first inning.
But maybe there are many more to come.
Yeah.
And I'm curious. It seems like you're going to be someone who is leading the next few. What is a learning from inning 1 or 2, or a mistake that you made that you feel will affect how you play in the next?
I think the worst thing we've done in ChatGPT so far is this issue with synchrony, where the model was kind of being too flattering to users, and for some users, most users, it was just annoying, but for some users that had like fragile mental states, it was encouraging delusions. And that was not the top risk we were worried about. It was not the thing we were testing for the most. It was on our list, but the thing that actually became the safety feeling of ChatGPT was not the one we were spending most of our time talking about, and something like that. And I think it was a great reminder of we now have a service that is so broadly used. In some sense, society is revolting with it. And when we think about these changes and we think about the unknown unknowns, we have to operate in a different way and have like a wider aperture to what we think about as risks.
In a recent interview with Theo Vaughn, you said something that I found really interesting. You said, there are moments in the history of science where you have a group of scientists look at their creation and just say, what have we done? When have you felt that way? Most concerned about the creation that you've built? And then my next question will be its opposite. When have you felt that way?
I mean, there have been these moments of awe where we just, not like what have we done in a bad way, but like this thing is remarkable. Like, I remember the first time we talked to like GPT-4. It was like, wow, this is really like, this is an amazing accomplishment of this group of people that have been like pouring their life into this for so long. On a what have we done moment, I was talking to a researcher recently. You know, there will probably come a time where our systems.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Alabama Crimson Tide. Roll, Tide, roll. Now to my guys in the booth. Turning it on!
Well, that's a big completion at this point of the game, right? It's late, it's tied, and you're just trying to get the football in field goal.
For like one inning.
Give your kicker at least an opportunity to win this thing and avoid overtime.
No person is
Got his man downfield. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer. Like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth.
Well, just because
who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10.
It could have been a very different.
The give to the tailback. He's in open space downfield. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime.
It went that way.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. Field goal
now.
attempt is no good. It is a devastating blow to not come away with points here in overtime.
Still playing with it is that it is supposed to be less effusively, less of a yes man.
The Hoosiers
Two
will
questions.
line it
What do you
up on
think
first and
are
10.
the implications of that? It sounds like you are
Wilson
answering
will
that.
throw.
But also, how do you actually guide it?
He's moving out of the
be less-
pocket. Rolling,
Here's the
throwing,
hard part.
looking
I think it
right.
was
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
It encouraged me to do this. It encouraged me to make this change in my life. Like, it's not all bad for ChatGPT to, it turns out, like, be encouraging to do. Now, the way we were doing it was bad, but turning it, like, something in that direction might
That
have
kind
some
of play
value.
will put a
How we
jolt
do it,
into a
really,
drive. It's first and
show
10 from
models
just
and
inside the
how we
40.
like to respond in different places and find that it remains this way.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
I don't think so.
One of the things that I
Second
haven't
down
really
coming
yet
up.
I'm curious about is GPT-5 being much more
Gets the back moving.
in my life.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, in my
Second down, he'll throw it.
Yeah.
A lot of defenders around on that screen.
I've been using
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
How would I expect my relationship?
The offense will have to use its first time out of the
Exactly what you
half.
said. I think it'll just start to feel integrated in all of these ways. You'll connect it to your
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down.
over time. It'll
They'll
start to
try
feel
the run.
So maybe you wake up in the morning and it says, hey,
He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the
thinking more about this
29.
question,
It brings up
that
fourth
idea.
down, and let's
then,
see
you
what
know,
they do.
eventually we'll make some consumer
And it looks
devices.
as if they're going to
It'll
try
sit
field
here during
goals.
the interview, and you know, maybe it'll leave us alone during it, but after it'll say, that was great, but next time you should have asked him this.
And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be
it'll just
aggressive,
feel
but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
We've talked about kids and
After
college
putting up a
athletes.
three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
If you imagine a wide set of fans, as they come to the end of this conversation, they are hopefully feeling like they maybe see
Oh, look at
visions
Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30.
advice.
They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the
The number of these
35.
technical advice is just use the tools. Like the
First play of this
number of
drive
people
comes from
that
the
the
35-yard
most
line.
common question I get asked about AI is like, what should I have?
Dropping back, it's Simpson.
It's second most question is
Under fire! And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it
I am
loose.
surprised how many and so the number one piece of advice that I give is just try to like get the tools, figure out how to like use this in your life, figure out what to do with it. And I think that's probably the most important piece of tactical advice. You know, go like meditate, learn how to be resilient and deal with a lot of change.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA
One more
Sports
question
College
that I
Football.
wasn't planning to ask,
Don't
but I just-
forget, you can check your goals in the pause
doing all of
menu.
this research
In this
before,
challenge,
I
you'll be
spoke to
facing the
a
Duke
lot of
Blue
different
Devils.
I spoke
Take
to
it
a
away,
lot of
broadcast team.
building tools.
That's caught. It's Tate. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
It's so important to start the second half with a lot of momentum. You call a nice shot play early. The quarterback's dialed in, finds the open target, throws a strike. Nice way to build some confidence early here in the second half.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Full of choice.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wilson to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davis. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Yes.
And
He's got it on the move.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
you know, maybe I would be like on a farm.
operating in the red zone here on second down.
Like advocate for it to be stopped. Maybe I would be trying to work more safety, but I don't think I'd be trying to hold it.
They'll leave it with him. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
There's some psychological issue there.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration.
Touchdown, Indiana! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And when you ask people for specifics on how it's going to be, I don't think we get into this shows, but you hear the same kind of over-accomplishing that task. You hear about sort of I've heard you talk about a sort of general over-reliance of sort of an understanding that the president is going to be a AI and maybe that.
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football. As always, if you want to check what goals you're going after, just go to the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Remember to play like a champion. Now to my guy.
Maybe it really is someone who just says.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that I can understand.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Off play action. Keeps it going. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
I've been doing an interview series with
Now third and long and trying to play catch up in more ways than one after that earlier sack.
But knowing that they will be building
He hurls
something
one deep down the left side.
Question?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
I'm always interested in without a name. I'm always interested in the
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They thought they had a good plan, but it...
I came to college to study AI. I worked in the AI lab. I watched sci-fi shows growing up, and I always thought it would be really cool if someday somebody built it. I thought it would be like the most important thing.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenges presented by EA Sports College Football. Don't forget, you can check your goals in the pause menu. In this challenge, you'll be facing the Wolfpack of Nevada. Take it away, broadcast team.
But there was never a question in my mind that this would
Wilson will throw. Makes the catch. It's Concepcion. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
The AlexNet paper came out.
They are willing to roll the dice, going for it. 4th and short from the 41.
First time, it seemed like there was an approach there.
And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work.
Scaled up, got better. And I remember this thing of like, why is the world not paying attention to this? It seems like obvious to me that this might.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. That pass is incomplete.
Unbelievably, it started to work. Thank you very much.
It'll be 3rd and long.
We're seeing a technology advance quicker than like anything we've ever seen before. And if you learn how to be that orchestrator who says like, okay, I'm gonna, have this software developed over here, I think those are gonna be the winners. The ones that know how to really successfully prompt these tools to get them to do what they want. Be that manager, that conductor who's sending off their
enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the
I think those are gonna be the real long-term.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, so today's guest is Matt Wolf, and before we dive in, let me tell you what inspired
Looking
this
downfield
episode.
on 1st down.
A few weeks ago, I'm at a coffee shop and I
Got a
struck
man,
up a
it's
conversation
Concepcion.
with this guy.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And it turns out that
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating. Oh,
as we're talking, he tells me
Brought
that
down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
either they're completely
This
ignored
quarterback wasn't thinking
because
about
it
taking
feels
off and running with
overwhelmed.
that one. He was
They've heard
outside
all
the
of the
pocket, but he
updates,
kept
the
his
new
eyes
tools, the
down
new
the
jargon,
field. He kept
and they
reading the
think this is
coverage.
just
He was
too much.
surveying
This isn't
to
for
find
me.
an open
That's
target.
one thing.
Accurate throw
The
to
other
get the
time
first
is
down.
wildly
Pressure coming.
overestimating
And
what
he got
AI can do.
smacked just as he released the pass. It's
that
incomplete.
there are AI agents
I don't know
that
about the
can
decision
magically
that
run
time
your
by the
business
quarterback.
and
He
make
may
you
have been
rich while you
expecting
sleep.
man coverage,
He
but that
tells
time
me
the
that
defense was
neither
in
side
zone,
is
and they did a
correct.
really nice
And
job
really where you
closing the
want to be
window.
is
The
somewhere in the
intended
middle.
target was
So
not
if you're
open.
sitting at home,
That's why
and
that
you're
one fell
furious
incomplete.
about AI, but you honestly
Fights
feel
off the
overwhelmed
defender.
by everything that's
He'll be
happening.
stopped
We
just short of the
created
end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
because Matt does such a
It's
good
so
job
important
at
this
keeping
offense is
simple
able to get this
and
guy the
cutting
ball
through
in
the
space,
noise. And
especially
so
on the perimeter of
in
the
this
field. And I love that last play
he's
call
sharing
because
his
he's
screen
able to
the
get
entire time
outside
and
and
covers
use his speed. To me,
examples
that's
and
where
real
this guy is
use
his most
cases
dangerous.
for how you can use just 3 AI tools
Flips it out in
to
the
make your
flat.
business
That
and your
completion
life
has them right on the
10
doorstep.
times
They'll
more
mark it at the
productive and
one.
profitable. And a little
And
bit
this
more
offense
than
shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games
I'm
come
just gonna
down to
tell you that
executing
now.
in the
It
red
will
zone. This is a
inspire
big
new
spot.
ideas and ways of working. For me, I've literally changed entire
Catch in the middle. It's back.
based on what
Touchdown,
he showed me.
Hoosiers! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
That part of the video blew my mind. Anyway, let's get into the conversation with Matt Rule. You're listening to the Callum Johnson Show. In my mind, you're like the AI reporter on YouTube. Like that's why I go to you. You have all of the latest news, the tools, you break down
Welcome to
how
this
to use
College
it, how
Ultimate
people
Team
can use it
Challenge
to make
presented
money
by
or start
EA
a
Sports
business or in
College
their life.
Football. As always, if you
That
want to
said,
check what
though,
goals you're going
we
after,
spoke a couple
just
of
go
weeks
to the
ago, and
pause
you said
menu.
something that was
And-
very interesting to me. And so I wanted to read it back.
Mhm.
You said, I spend the majority of my time with
challenge will be facing
ChatGPT,
a unique
Perplexity,
team put
and
together
Gemini.
just for this situation.
Those are the main
Let's
tools
toss it to our
that
guys in the
I
booth
go
for the call.
to daily. And then you said, I try
And
out
he
all
was
the
able
new
to
stuff
run
as
through
well,
one tackle,
but
but
those
still
3 are
only
what
a
I rely
modest
on to
gain.
get stuff done.
And I kind
And
of like
so,
how the running back
here's
didn't
where I
mess
wanted to
around.
begin.
Like, just get
If someone's
downhill when you
watching
see an
this
opening. A lot of
video
times they close so
with the
fast,
belief
man.
that
Be
when it
decisive.
comes to
Stick your
AI
foot in
and
the
stuff
ground.
that's happening,
Pick up 3 to
they're
4.
just behind the
Breaks into
curve.
the open.
Like they're not using it, and
And he found
meantime
all
they're seeing
kinds
all
of
of this
room and
hype
got it down
and
to the
videos
28.
and content online about new
They've done a
AI.
really good job identifying
But
mismatches.
for them,
They
they're not
find
even
one out of
using
the backfield there.
ChatGPT,
Reese, I
Perplexity,
really
or
don't think
Gemini.
it's that hard. My guy is better than
I'm
yours.
curious
Find
to
the matchup
hear
across the field.
what would be
Running
the
back's got
value
some
to
speed.
that
Get it in his hands
person
quickly. Throw it to him
of
fast.
listening to the
Let him make
conversation
somebody
that
miss
you and I
against a
had.
slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Yeah, so I mean, I think a lot of people get overwhelmed with, oh my
He
gosh, this
stopped
YouTube is
just
coming out
short
every
of the
single
goal
day. I'm
line
hearing
at
about
the
all of
one.
it
An
moving so
explosive
fast.
play has him
And
set up.
all of that feels like very, very overwhelming. But at the end of the day, I think, you know, the point here is that the ones you've been hearing about, the Googles, the ChatGPT, and Perplexity, are still kind of the king of the hill, right? They're still the ones that you're going to get the most value out of. So all of this other stuff that's coming at you constantly, I think it's smart to sort of like stay aware that it's happening and that it's coming. But at the end of the day, you're probably not falling that far behind as long as you know like these 3 tools. These are kind of the big players
Don't
that I
forget, you
use
can
the
check
most,
your
that
goals in
most
the
people that
pause
are really
menu.
deep in AI are
In
spending
this
the
challenge,
most time
you'll be
with.
facing
So I
a
think,
custom team
you know,
made just
if
for this
you learn how to
instance.
use kind of
Now
like
let's
these
shift over to our
handful of
broadcast
tools,
team.
you're still going to be 90%
Unloads
ahead
to the
of the
right.
rest of the world who's
And his
not
throw
paying
is
attention to
incomplete.
AI at all.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got
You know what's funny?
confused
I've
on
had
first
several
down. He might have thought the
recently,
defense was
and
going to be in
definitely
man
over the
coverage
last
that
year,
time, but they were in
where
zone.
it's
They
like,
fooled him and just
I feel
didn't
like
seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was
that
forcing
kind of-
that ball to his
that
intended
first
target.
moment you see
The
what's
window way
possible
too small. The
with
guy
AI,
was not open,
and it
so
almost like
that didn't have
rewires
that
your
chance to
brain
be
in a way.
complete.
Like it's
Certain
just like
moments in the game,
mind-blowing.
you know, are
And
just
so
a little bit
you
bigger.
spoke about
Here's
some of the
one of the
developments
big
that are
play coming on
like
3rd and long.
automation, like even
Still running at the 40.
that viewpoint.
Now they're
of
really
just
starting
like
to
AI
threaten as they
agents
pick
that
up the
start to
first
generate
down at the
new income.
34-yard line.
Are there any recent
The Hoosiers come to the
updates
line
or
with a new
new
set of
tools
downs.
that you've seen where
Wilson
you
to
kind of
pass.
like
Fires
you
to the
have that
middle.
kind of eye-opening eye-opening moment where you're like, this is actually really close.
A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down.
I would say the recent
Clock
launch
stops.
of
We have
VO3
reached
out
the
of Google
2-minute
was
timeout,
sort
and
of
the
like,
offense is looking
oh crap
for a
moment
play
for
to
me
close this deal out.
you know, it's not
They'll
too
give it
far
to the
off
back.
from, AI
And they'll bring him
being
down
able
after a
to
short
create
pickup.
content at a level that, you know, human content creators are able to do. I mean,
And this
you've
offense
probably
doesn't have
seen all
very
the
many
viral
runs
videos
left in them.
floating
They
around
try
of,
to
like,
sneak in the run. Nice job by the
bloggers,
defense making the tackle.
that
But
were
they've got
generated
to try to
with AI,
maximize
like
their
the ASMR
time.
videos where
Here's
somebody's
the
like
kickoff,
slicing
and they
fruit
ruined the
and
drive
doing
with
it
a
all with
turnover.
VO3, or
Gotcha,
there's
room
these
to
like
run.
man on the street kind of
Finally
interviews where
brought
people are
down,
walking up to
but
people and
what a
asking them
play, not
questions,
only
and
to
they
get
all
the
look
football,
very,
but
very
to flip.
realistic. Now, I mean, a keen eye who's
Position
really
with
used to AI could still spot that they're AI, but they're really, really getting close. And I think the next generation
And the
of these
Hoosiers
video
will
models,
snap
the
it on
VO4,
1st and 10.
the VO 3.5 even, is going to get to a point where they're really going to start fooling people. I mean, right now there's, you know, as we
Wilson
record this,
will throw.
there's some like conflicts going on around the
Unloads to the
world.
wideout.
We don't need to get too deep into
And
that.
it's
but there are
incomplete. If
videos
you're gonna take a hit
circulating
like
on
that, you
places
might
like
as well
X
hang
and
on to the ball.
Facebook that
Well,
are
this offense
not
has
real
gone his way
videos,
early and
but
often
they're,
in this
you know,
game. They've gotten into a
showing
nice rhythm.
weapons
That
of
time, though, the
destruction
defense was
or,
expecting
you know,
to throw
riots
going
and
his
things
way.
like
They
that
put a
that are
really
really
nice hit on
AI-generated
him
videos
to
that
force
are
the
fooling people
incompletion.
into thinking that these are
Big
real
tight end
videos
tries
from
to
some of
make a
those
catch, and
regions.
you can tell he extends for the ball.
You know, that
Great
to
job
me
by the defender
is
getting in
probably
there,
the
making
scariest
the
part
hit,
of it all, and
dislodging
also
the
the
football
part
out
where
at the
when I
same
started
time as
seeing
he's
stuff
going
from
to
VO3,
catch it.
I was like,
The
oh
big
man,
tight end couldn't hold on to it.
even content
He'll go
creators
out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the
potentially
30
in trouble
ball.
in the
Big
near
pickup
future
on that one.
because
This
I do
defense
feel like,
just
and I
can't
don't want
get
to go
off the
too far
field.
down
The
like this
offense
like dark
unstoppable.
dystopian rabbit hole, but I do feel like
Catch
a lot
in
of
the
the
middle
social media
is Tate.
platforms, their goal
And he's able to
is to sort
shed
of
one tackle and pick up
generate
pretty good
dopamine for
yardage.
people, right? The goal of Facebook and Instagram is to
Look,
keep
I know
people
this guy's
scrolling
tiny, but on
and
these
seeing
slant
stuff
throws
that
as a
is
DB,
pleasing on the
you
eye,
gotta
that
get your
makes you go,
hands
"Ooh,
on
I
it
want
because
more
he's
of
just
that."
too quick.
Well,
He's going
I
to
think
cross your
we're
face too
only a
easy
year
otherwise,
away
and he
from
did right there.
algorithms being
That
able
is
to
a
create
big win
those,
for this
you know,
defense
sort of
as they were
dopamine
right
fixes
there
for
as soon
people
as he
with
got the
videos.
ball.
And I really
With
don't think people
barely
are going to
little
care. As
warning,
long
we've
as like
reached
the
the
video
2-minute
that
timeout.
they see is interesting and keeps them scrolling, I think eventually a lot of the social
The
media
Hoosiers
platforms
come
will
to the
cut out
line
the
on
middleman,
3rd and
which
short,
in
looking
our
to
case
keep the
the
drive
creator.
moving.
So I mean, there
Looking
is
to
some
throw
of
for
that
it.
sort of like
Got it in the middle. It's
stuff
Tate.
that is like really, really
That'll be
eye-opening
enough
for me.
for a
Is that where
first
I go,
down, and
this
they've got it at the
is
16-yard
you know,
line.
this is kind of scary. I think
And the
VO3
Hoosiers
was
had
one of the
tough
recent
field
ones where I
position
was
to
like,
start
oh, man,
this
this
drive, but they've
is
been
getting
relentless
quite
and
insane.
moving the ball
You
methodically
know,
down the field.
complexity as well. That's one that I started using more and more. They have a new feature called
terrific
Blast,
run
which
after the
does
throw
like
and
deep
catch.
dive analysis for you and then puts together all these reports with
Well, I know
charts
the
and
tight end did
graphs.
some good things after the
To
catch,
me,
but
it felt
gotta
like
give the
what you would
quarterback
get
credit
if you were
to
to
the
go and hire
location
like
of the throw
you know,
because he put
a
it out in front of his big
$5,000
man.
consultant
He was
to
able
go
to
and
make the
analyze
catch
your
and
video,
accelerate,
your business,
creating some
and then come
distance
back
there
and
between him and
explain,
the
here's
defense.
everything I would do in your business
With
based
the
on what I
run
know
on
about
1st
your
and goal.
business. I feel like
And
Perplexity
the
can
defense
literally do
holds
what those
firm.
really
No
expensive
pickup at
consultants can do.
all on that play.
And you know, there's a window
It's
in time
hard to
right now
run
where
on a
if you are a
defense that
consultant,
comes off the
you
ball
kind of have
like
this sort of
that
low-hanging
and runs to
fruit
the
of you can
football
go into
like that.
businesses,
Good luck.
have
No holes
these
anywhere.
tools do a lot of the research
Can
for
the
you,
defense stop
consult
them
for these
again on
businesses, and
2nd
let
and
these
goal?
tools do like 90% of the consultation work for you. You're just sort of the sort of voice, the delivery mechanism to the company.
You know what? Even as I'm listening to you, one of the things that comes to mind for me is that like these next 12 months are
He'll
critical.
run it to the right.
Like
looking
so
for the
much is
goal
going to
line.
change that getting almost like that head start in the next 12 months will
And
really
we've
set
got a shootout.
people up for like everything that's
And they
to
pay
come.
off the
And
drive
so
with a touchdown
I was
run,
actually
but
watching
what
a
a
video
drive.
from
Almost the
Dan
full
Tucker
length of the
20
field,
minutes. And
98
what he said,
yards.
he said in the
That's
next
how
12
you put a
months,
drive
the
together
top
when
line
you're
is going
backed
to
up
be
on your
programmers,
own 2-yard
marketers,
line
or
and get
sales
6.
They'll be the
They're
AI
ready to kick it
power
away, and
users.
this
The
crowd is
people that
buzzing
understand
after
how to prompt and interact with these AI models. And
He'll
so
bring it back from
I'm curious
inside
to
his
get,
5.
that's his perspective. I'm curious to get your
Excellent job by the
perspective
kick coverage
from like
team.
a
A
skill
pretty
set,
minimal gain on that return.
standpoint. Like someone just kind of
They'll try to
getting
put a
into
drive
this.
together, starting from their own
Where
12.
do you think for the next 12 months it's important that they focus
Looking to
on?
throw, it's Mateer.
I mean, I agree
Fires
with
to
Dan.
the
I'm
tight
familiar
end.
with Dan. I've actually met him before, know him. But I totally
Really
agree with
good
that
job
sentiment.
working through his
I think
progression.
over
You get it
time,
to him
what is
quickly,
going
and the
to
big
be
tight end has
important
a
is
chance
to
to
learn how
run
to be
over.
like an
And a really
orchestrator,
good
right?
job by the QB
I compare it to like a
throwing it
symphony,
accurately.
right?
I
You've
gotta
got the
hit those guys
individual
on the
players in
move,
the
on the
symphony.
run,
You've got, you know,
so
your
they can
trombone
do this. They
player,
can catch the
violinist,
football, get upfield, and chew up some extra
flautist,
yards.
whatever you call it. You've got got all the various players of the instruments in a symphony, and then you have the conductor who's sort of instructing all of them what to do. I think for most people, the value sort of moves up the chain a little bit, and it becomes the people who learn to be the conductors of all of these tools are the ones that are going to be the winners, right? Because I think, you know, AI will eventually be able to be your salesperson. AI will eventually be able to be your coder. It'll be able to be your graphic designer. It'll be able to be your songwriter, the background music for videos, video creator, video editor.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Developed over here. I'm going to have this video created to promote my software, and I'm going to have AI generate a sales message that we know converts, and you're sort of conducting all of these research. I think those are going to be the winners. The ones that know the sort of landscape of tools, know how to really, really successfully prompt these tools to get them to do what they want, and can just sort of be that manager, that conductor who's going off and sending off their, you know, AI agents, AI employees to go and do the various aspects. I think those are going to be the real long-term winners. It's not going to be the coders or the video editors or those kinds of things. I still think there's going to be a place for that. I still think people are going to want to do that for the craft. And
welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by EA Sports
are going to go away completely. But
as
I do
always,
think that the biggest winners are going to be the ones who learn how to use these tools, learn how to prompt them, learn, figure out the capabilities and sort of push them to the edge of what they're capable of to create systems and businesses that, you know, do their bidding.
On the screen.
You can say.
Look out, he's got
You know, it's interesting. We had a guest on a couple of weeks ago. She's an investor who invested millions of dollars into a startup. And what she said this is the biggest shift that we will experience in our lifetime. And so
they use
that's just like in our
with
life.
this call, right? Like you
But
can't call this
specifically
play
in
all the
business,
time,
it's
but you
like,
want to catch them when they're a
and
little
even
bit
as I listen
aggressive,
to you,
not thinking
the
about
way
it.
that you
Nice job
actually
slipping the
build,
screen
people are
behind
going
them,
to build
making the
businesses,
easy
build
catch,
brands,
and then getting
is
downfield, picking up some
fundamentally
extra
going
yards.
to change. And so you spoke to it with like being the orchestrator. And so what my mind says is that before we can kind of show people what's possible.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for
and draw great prompts. And so what I did in the lead up to that, I actually went to ChatGPT and I asked it for a 3-step framework to build like the perfect AI prompt. And so what I wanted to do is, and we can just have fun with this and jam on it, I wanted to give you those steps, and then you can actually come back and give me your kind of like feedback and builds and how you actually go about constructing prompts in live time.
Welcome to College Ultimate Team Challenge.
So let's start with what it says in step 1, which is aim the lens. It says first tell the model who it should be and what single outcome you care about. So for example, you're my growth marketer, double my views and watch times on my Instagram reels. What is
Okay, so I was down pass and it never had a chance.
A few months ago, I had an idea.
Back up now, here's second and long.
Not because I didn't want to, but because I thought to myself, I'm not technical enough. I'm not a coder, I'm not a software engineer. Fast forward to today, we have Lovable, the sponsor of this episode. And Lovable is an AI builder that lets anyone, yes, even non-coders like myself, build full stack apps from a single prompt. You just write out and describe what you want, and Lovable turns that into real working software. There's even a chat mode, so if you get stuck, you can just ask it. It's literally like pairing yourself with an AI program that actually knows what it's doing. And the best part is that there are people launching real apps with Lovable every single day. In fact, there's an entire showcase of Lovable built apps online right now. So if you're someone with a ton of ideas and no clue where to start, this is the place for you. Go to the link in the description. Start building with Lovable today. So for example, you're my growth marketer, double my views and watch time.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down
What is kind
coming.
of your thoughts on it?
I think when it comes to the whole
Desperate to convert it, he'll throw it.
kind of concept,
He lobs
I think
one high down the left
it's
side.
overvalued a little bit.
Oh, he had
For
it.
the
The
most
deep ball was
part,
there,
when
and it
I'm
just
using
trickled
a lot
through
of
his
these
fingers.
tools, I am
Desperately
bumping
wanted to
like I am
convert on
talking
fourth
to
down, but
another
couldn't
team
do
member
it.
on Slack, right?
Indiana sends the
didn't
offense
go to
onto
another
the
team
field.
member on Slack and be
3-point
like,
lead, put
you
together
know,
a
hey,
great drive
just
here,
so you
Jesse.
know,
You can turn
you're
it into a
expert
two-possession
on
game.
social media,
Let's do that. Let's
and
get a
here's what I
touchdown
want
on
you
the
to do.
board. Let's
Right?
find
I
out
don't
where our
sort of give
playmakers
them
have
that
the best
extra context,
matchups. Let's
and I
exploit
usually
those
work
things.
through
And it would
with
put our
something like
defense in
ChatGPT
such a
either.
great position. Fourth quarter,
Maybe you get
two-possession lead, it makes it
better
easy to play defense.
responses out of doing that kind of
Wilson
stuff,
will
but
throw.
I haven't noticed a big difference in that kind of thing.
And
I
they
think,
reacted well
I
to
think
the
these teams are
completion,
a
but
lot
it was
better
too
at
late to keep
understanding
them
the
from getting the
context of
first
what they're
down.
looking for than a lot of people
The
give them credit
Hoosiers
for.
will try to
So
run
I
off
would
the clock
probably
in the final
just,
minute.
go to ChatGPT and
Power
just talk to
football
them like
with
an
the
employee.
rock.
Like, I would say,
There he
hey,
goes.
here's the things I'm
Got the
struggling with
first
right
down.
now. What
Looking for
advice
more.
would you give me? Without any sort of like extra
And he
additional
launches in for the
context.
score.
I do think the more
Touchdown,
information you can
Indiana!
give into a prompt, the better.
Well, they get
better
the
results you're
touchdown
gonna get.
when they
I
needed
just
it
don't
most. That
necessarily
score
feel
now
that
makes
that
it a
whole, like,
two-possession game. And
grinding
guys, with
technique
just
of, like,
seconds to
you
go
are
on the
this,
game
so
clock,
answer like
this thing is all but over.
I haven't found that to be as valuable as other people have made it out to be, I guess.
Okay. I'm interested in what you think about step 2, which was feed it context.
He'll try to tack on
Upload
one
the
more.
real-world context
And
about
the
you,
extra
your
point
business,
extends
your
the lead
brand,
to double
so
figures
that
at
the AI
10.
can think similar
Quick
to
strike
you.
offense on that
I'm curious,
three-play
like,
scoring
on
drive.
the context piece,
They're
what
set to
have
kick
you
it off.
found
You think this crowd's going
is
to get
actually
loud when
the
their
most
defense comes on the
valuable
field?
Pieces of context, or like even a
He'll
way of
start the
thinking
return
about what
inside his
information is
5.
relevant
He was looking
for
for
AI to
some
give you a
running
great
room, but not
response,
much
but
to be found as
it's
he
actually
stopped at
pretty
the
useful in
18.
helping to give you a
Clemson has their paws
Yeah, I
on it,
think,
and they'll send out
adding
the
as much
offense.
context as possible is
They got it
always
back
better.
after that last drive
that
stalled
is
out,
one
and they
thing
were
that
stopped
I
on fourth
mentioned
down, David.
around
Yeah, they
the
put a
first
little-
step as well. Is the more information you can
And
give it,
the
the better the
quarterback
result you're going to
goes
get. So
down
I
at the
always think giving it
11-yard line.
additional information,
Trying
giving
to
it
get
additional
everybody
context,
set with the clock still running.
giving it analytics, giving it any of that kind of stuff is always going to help it give you a better response. I think what type of information you give it is very sort of dependent
You make
on
up the
what
game
you're trying
plan
to
and
get
not
out
a
of
lot
it.
on the
But
play
I can
sheet
give you
for
some
this.
examples
Third
from
and
my
long
own
from
business,
inside their own
right?
20.
Like I've got
Bringing
a
the
few
heat.
main sort of KPIs that I'm
And
constantly
he is
feeding for, right? Like my
slowed
main
under.
business
Sacked
is
at
my
the
YouTube
7.
channel. So I
Down
want
in the fourth
subscriber
quarter,
growth,
it's
I
too
want
late for
views on my
empty
videos.
possessions. They'll go
I
for
want
it
a
on
higher
fourth
click
down.
rate. I want longer average view duration, right? Those are my
That's caught.
KPIs on my YouTube channel.
Williams.
So what do? I
And they are
usually go
stopped on
and log
third
into my
down.
YouTube
That
channel,
decision
open up the
will
analytics
be
page,
questioned.
where all of that information is visible from my last like 20 videos. You can see the view count, you can see the CTR, you can see the average view duration. I create like the spreadsheet in the analytics section that shows all those details, and I will literally just screenshot that and use that as context when I'm
Welcome to this College Ultimate Team Challenge presented by
videos have
EA
been
Sports
underperforming.
College
Look at the
Football.
titles, look at
As
the data
always,
from
if
all
you
of my
wanna check
recent
what goals
videos
you're going
and help
after,
me understand
just go to the pause
what's going
menu.
on. What
In
should
this
I
challenge,
try
you'll
to
be
do
facing
to
the
get
Memphis
views like
Tigers.
my top performing
Take it away,
videos?
broadcast
That
team.
context
So
always
first
really,
down
really
here
helps
as they
because
go back to work.
AI is an amazing
Run the shotgun, the
correlation
handoff
finding
to the
machine,
back.
right? It can look at titles, average view durations,
And this one will be
CTRs,
stopped
and
for
view
no
numbers
gain.
and all that kind of stuff, and
Got
start to
stuffed
find the
on first
correlations.
down.
And go,
It's second and
when you
10.
have YouTube titles that have this word in the title, it tends to perform 5% better than when you don't
Lewis
use
to
that
throw.
title. When you have images that have your face in them versus not your face in
Pressure's
them,
there and he gets
those
rid of
videos
it.
tend to perform.
Not much of a
on
chance there.
average
He just had to
12%
get
better
rid
than
of it
videos
to
without
avoid
your
the
face,
sack.
Right? It will find a lot of those correlations
Now
that
facing
you just
a
sort of
third
staring at the
and
data,
long.
with the naked eye, is going to struggle to find.
From the gun,
so
wants
that
to
kind of
pass.
additional context is always really, really helpful. If you're using it to help with
Pressure is
writing,
effective
right?
from
Maybe
the
you want
defense.
to
They
just
knock
do
him
a
down
blog,
just behind the
giving
midfield
it
stripe at the
10 of
48.
your most recent blog posts that you actually wrote, that AI didn't write, and then
The clock
letting it
has
know
reached
that
the 2-minute
style
mark,
that's
and they have a
uploaded
chance
is
to
how you
at
want it
least
written.
cut
This is
into
my
this
voice,
lead
this
before
is
the
the
break.
style I want it written in. I still don't feel like
take a
AI
chance
is
to grab that
great
one as it
at,
bounces out of
duplicating
bounds.
the style, but if you give it that extra context, look at it a little bit closer. You'll probably still want to get in and make some tweaks and remove the M dashes and the word delve and some of the like telltale signs that it was written with AI. But giving it that context of here's my writing style, I want your response to
Welcome
be
to College
similar to my
Ultimate Team
writing style.
Challenges presented by
It'll get
EA
closer
Sports
to your
College
writing
Football.
style for sure.
Don't
So, I
forget,
mean,
you can check your
anytime you
goals
can
in
just
the
give it
pause menu.
additional
In
information
this
that's going to help
challenge,
you
you'll
get that
be
outcome that
facing
you're
the
looking for,
Wolfpack
you're
of
going to be
North
better off.
Carolina
It's just
State.
depending on the
Go
business that you're
Now to
trying
the
to
guys
do,
in the
the context that
Take
you're
it
going to
away.
feed it is going to vary
Surges
pretty
across the 30,
widely.
out to the 32,
Yeah.
a
You know, I
6-yard
want to
run.
get into how someone can use
And the Hoosiers can play
Perplexity,
this second down a
ChatGPT,
lot of
and
ways with
Gemini.
just a few yards
But
to
before
go.
we do,
Toss sweep to the left.
I'm curious to hear like your
Great
thoughts
pickup as they'll
on
keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
especially when it comes to
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every
Right,
single
like,
down.
why
You
do
don't
you
have to
think
go up
that
tempo.
is that
Just run your
people sitting at
stuff.
home
Be
are like,
balanced.
okay,
Run
I
the
need to get
football.
in
Make
this.
sure this defense
Okay,
stays
of
on
course. This episode is brought to you
Caught in the
by
backfield,
Square.
it's
And so let me
Thomas.
say this. The other weekend, I'm walking through this little street
Make the
market
stop
in New
at
York,
the
and I come
40,
across
but
this
he's got
woman that's
15
selling her own
yards on
fruit
that one
juices.
and a
They're
first
fully
down.
branded, they've got labels, packaging, everything. Super simple setup, but you could tell that she had built it with love. When it came time to
The
pay,
Hoosiers come
I
to the line
hesitated
with a
for a
fresh
second
set of
because there was no
downs.
card reader, there was no tip jar,
They're
there was
going back
nothing.
to the ground.
And so I asked her, I was like, how do I actually
The
pay you?
big
And
fella
she just
in the middle,
smiled
man.
and
Those
she
defensive
pulled out her
tackles, they go
phone
such a
and said
long
that,
way in
"Are you
deciding
Square
and
to
really
pay
stopping
payments?"
the
And
other
so I'm
team's
standing
run game,
there
just
and I'm like,
forcing
okay,
contact with those
this is
guards and
crazy.
those centers,
This woman
owning the
has
line of
built her
scrimmage and
product,
getting running
is
backs on the
selling
ground.
it just with her
Timeout on the
phone
field, and
and then taking
everybody want
payments
to make
on
sure
Square
they're
to run her
organized
business.
as we come
Now,
down the gut of
that's
the
the
game.
power of
A
Square,
field goal
but it's
attempt from
actually
this
far
spot would be
more
52
than just a tool
yards
to
out.
take
A few
payments.
yards on
They also
third down
manage
would make it easier.
inventory and even run
Gets
the
it past
entire
the marker.
back end
Oh,
of
he's
the
got some
business,
space.
all from one
He's run out of
platform.
bounds
And
after
so
the
if
big
you're
gain, and
starting
they are
something,
in
or even just
business.
dreaming
First
about
and
it,
goal.
Square makes the
And the Hoosiers
experience
pounded the
of
rock to
building
move
your
the sticks
business
now back
so
to work.
seamless and so easy.
A
So
first
go to
down run on the doorstep.
square.com/go/Callum Johnson
And he's
to
run
learn
out of
more.
bounds just short
That's
of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
square.com/go/Callum
It's all tied up. This
Johnson
offensive
to
line,
start
they want the
using
pressure.
Square
They want
today.
everything to go
Thank me
through
later.
them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball.
Why do you think
Next
that
going for the
is
goal
that
line.
people sitting at home are like, okay,
Touchdown, Hoosiers!
I think it's kind of
And they
unique
grab the
like
advantage,
it's
taking the lead here in the fourth.
They're seeing the technology.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this
the text
offense.
generation that was
Here he
spit out
comes
with
from
like
inside his own
GPT-3
five.
is okay, nothing.
And the
like, you
returner
look at it
can
now,
find
you'd be
no
like, this is
daylight.
dumb
He goes
artificial
down.
intelligence in comparison
First snap
to
of
what
this
we have
drive
now.
will come from
You know,
inside the 15 at their own
2022,
14-yard
we had
line.
ChatGPT,
Looking
which
to
was using
pass. It's
GPT
Bailey.
3.5.
Here's
That
a
actually
hit.
started to get on people's radars, going, okay, this is really
And he
starting to get
can't
smart
get it
now.
off. Taken
In
down. What a
2023, we got
huge
GPT-4,
play this late in the
which
game.
was, like, really mind-blowing
Second down,
by,
they'll
and
go
started
to
see
the air.
rise of these AI
And the
image
defense there goes
generators in
zone
2023,
coverage, maybe
that
confused
was
the
when they
quarterback a
really,
little
really
bit,
started
forced him to
pop
hold
off
on to the
with
football, and that allowed the pass rush to get
it was a
going.
really, really big
And this
leap
defense
and
taking
realism.
matters
We're
into
like,
their
okay,
own
this is
hands.
getting
First
really,
down, you
really
get the
good.
sack.
And
Second
just
down,
like
you
these-
force the incompletion.
these
Now sitting
and
at third and long, you got them in their own territory.
Together
Big
to the point where
opportunity for
we
this
saw
defense
Sora,
to
like,
shut
you
this
know,
offense
last
down
year, and everybody
right
was like,
now.
"Holy crap, this is insane!" Now you see the
can
video
break it
generators
down.
today, like just barely
Third
over a
downs are
year
so
later.
crucial in
And
quarterbacks.
they
You
score
want to
with like crap,
lead
right?
with
And
their
it's just
function,
like
be able to go through their progressions, get rid of the football, not take sacks, but they just took a sack. How about the individual effort by that defense, understanding third down and getting to the quarterback?
And I think
And the
that
fourth
is
down pass
why
falls
so many
incomplete,
people
and
are
they'll have to give up the
freaked out by it,
football.
but also B, feel like they're
So this
constantly falling
offense can
behind. There's so much they
capitalize
need to
off
keep
the
up with
desperate
because
fourth down
there
attempt
is
and
like it
failure,
really
and they can
is like
pad their
every
lead.
week there's new things that
He's
came out
looking
that
to
we
pass.
couldn't do last week. And I think
Takes
that
the easy
pace
completion.
is what really has grabbed everybody's attention around it.
Oh, that baby in and strolled into the end zone. zone for the score.
And back to what you told me.
That is exactly what you want your
You said I
offense to
spend
do.
the majority of my
Clock,
time
but if you
with
score, go up by 2
ChatGPT,
possessions,
Perplexity,
nail
and
the
Gemini.
coffin.
Those
Great
are my
execution by
main
this
tools
offense
that I
to
go
put this
to
game
daily.
away.
You know what? Just to begin, before we get into actually like the live,
Lining up to tack one more onto that
What?
lead.
why is it
And the
those
extra point
three?
splits the upright.
Why is it those three?
That's
and then
taking
also,
advantage of a
adding on to
golden
that, I
opportunity
typically kind
set up
of
with great
see those
field
three
position,
like
and they
used
struck quickly for the
interchangeably.
touchdown.
Like some people use like Gemini, some people use like Claude, some people use ChatGPT
On
or
the move from
Perplexity.
inside his 5.
What is like the nuance?
He was looking for some
of
running
each
room,
one
and not
and where
much
it
to be
makes
found
sense
as he
to use
stopped
it?
at the 18.
Yeah, so they each have
They'll
like
start
some
this
slight
drive from the
differences.
18-yard
You
line.
know, this is so what I'll
To
probably be
throw,
sharing
it's
is
Bailey.
very anecdotal to my
Complete
business,
with conviction
but
on
I
the
do think there'll be
crosser.
value for
And he's
anybody
brought down after
to
a
see.
nice
Like
gain.
they each have their own
NC
nuances. So
State
like
quick to the line.
Gemini
The offense
has
gonna
this
try again on
really
another play.
massive
They'll just spike
context
it on this
window,
one.
meaning that you can feed it a ton of information, more information than any
Trying to
other
make
AI
up for some
system,
of that lost
and it'll be able
ground
to
on
sort of
second down.
consume and understand this wide amount of information. Like I think
Looking to fire.
currently the available model is 1 million tokens,
He's
which is
taking a
roughly
deep shot late in the game.
750,000 words
Heaves it
of
into
text
trouble, and he
input and
finds
output.
trouble with the
Right,
pick.
so for context,
He
I think
managed
that's
a
like,
few
you can
yards
upload
on
the
that
whole
return, but the bigger play was the
and
fact
ask
that they
questions about
forced
it,
the
and it will
turnover.
understand all of the information from all of those books.
And after
right?
this
So
play,
it's
the cake
like
will be baked.
that one has that massive
To the air on
context
first
window.
down.
So ways that I
Fires to the
typically
middle.
use Gemini is
He's
if I
got an
need
open
to
man. They're able to make the
better
stop,
understand
and this
a really,
offense
really
running
long
plays
research
and
paper.
racking
Or
up yards
let's say
all
there's
the way to the end
a
as they get
YouTube
the W.
video or something that goes for like 3 hours long. You want to take that entire 3-hour transcript and have it broken down into bullet points that you can understand. There's no better model than Gemini for that because it has that massive context window. So that's where like Gemini for me is sort of one of my go-tos. Like that deep research feature can essentially create like a mini masterclass on like whatever topic you want to learn about. Right? Gemini also has Notebook LM attached to it. And if you haven't used that, that's a really, really impressive feature that will turn any concept into like a mini 13-minute podcast or 15-minute podcast for you. So you can take like these long documents of deep research that you've pulled up, or you can take an article that you found on TechCrunch or any content at all, throw it into Notebook LM, which is a Gemini product, and it will make a podcast about that. So if you don't want to go and read the latest research paper or read all of that research that Gemini found for you, you can have a 10 to 15-minute podcast generated for you. And next time you're driving to the office or whatever, put on the podcast and listen to all the information that it round up for you in a very sort of like 2-person discussion-based podcast where they talk about that information they found. So like that's where Gemini for me, like those handful of things make Gemini super, super valuable. Gemini is also really, really good at writing code. It's one of the better code writers out there because it has, again, that massive context window. It can look at an entire code base of an app because it can inject so much text into it. So that's Gemini. ChatGPT, in my opinion, is like the best brainstorming partner, right? It's really good at that sort of back and forth conversational. Here's an idea I have. What do you think about it? Here's a struggle that I'm having. Here's my analytics. Can you look at all of this and let me know your thoughts and what I should do next? Their newest O3 model is like a thinking model where you can give it this information and it will think through and sort of like analyze the information, and you can actually open up the detailed view and see it thinking. And this new O3 version will actually search the web for you. It will use tools for you. It will generate graphs and charts for you during that thinking process, and then come back to you with the best possible response for your prompt after it really, really thought it through. So like, I love ChatGPT as that like brainstorming partner. Through email, we talked a little bit about the 4.0 image gen model that ChatGPT put out, where you can upload an image and say, put a hat on it, or make this YouTube thumbnail for me, or draw out like a little hand-drawn sketch and say, turn this into like an image that actually looks good. And it will do that. And you can do all of that directly within ChatGPT. Their image generation is really, really good. When it comes to writing sort of scripts and things like that, I feel like ChatGPT is capable of making the most like human sounding video scripts. So I really, really love it for that. And then moving on to Perplexity. Perplexity to me is like the new Google, right? So whenever I have like just a random question, you know, I've got 2 kids. I've got a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old, and they'll ask me random stuff that I have no clue the answer to, right? Like, you know, there's a football game on with like Texas A&M, and they're like, what does A&M stand for? I'm like, you know, I have no idea. Let me ask Perplexity, right? What does Texas A&M stand for? Right? So just any like random questions I have, I will ask Perplexity and just get a quick response for it. But they also just rolled out like this new labs feature, which does like deep analysis. And I'll show you some screenshots of that in a couple of minutes here, but like it does this deep analysis of whatever you ask it to do analysis on, and searches the web for you and watches YouTube videos for you. And similar to like Google's deep research, their labs product will do similar stuff, but it actually comes back with like even more visuals and even more cited sources, and they will draw up graphs and really give you this like detailed analysis that like you feel like you got it from a consultant or something. Perplexity is also really, really great at troubleshooting things. Let's say you're using Windows and some sort of bug keeps popping up and your app keeps crashing. Going to Perplexity and saying, I'm having this issue, how do I solve it? I haven't found any tool better than Perplexity that can go and search the web and watch tutorials for me and, you know, look for articles that this problem has popped up and sort of get me over that hurdle. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the ways that I use each one. They each have sort of like nuanced uses, but that's pretty much the sort of grand overview breakdown of how I use them.